All right. What's up, everybody? If you're watching this at a different time, hello. My name is Tommy Hill Jr. Just be advised, I'm going to be doing some trading here. I trade the Nasdaq futures. Trying to get some water going here. It's currently about 9:36. Market just opened, but I have a rule, so I don't trade for the first 15 minutes. So I get an extra 15 minutes to drink some water. Please do not take any of my trades. I am still finding my way. This is more honestly of a way of uh, me being accountable to stick to my rules. Even if I don't have anybody watching me, I know somebody will watch this in the future. And so I have some trading rules that I have that I tend to slack on. So I want to be able to start to be a little bit more consistent with my trading rules. So hopefully everybody can hear me. It's not the best setup, but hey, it is what it is. I'm still learning how to use this, so bear with me. I'm going to try to share my screen. Requesting a bypass system private window picker to allow Google Chrome to record your screen. Yes, allow. Okay. And I need to be able to do entire screen. Let's do window. Share. All right, cool. Hopefully you guys can see this. Sharing your screen. Good. So what I'm waiting for is the first 15 minutes to go ahead and pop up here. So as you can see down here, oh, you know what? I have not. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not good. Hold on. Let's do this. Let me stop sharing real quick. Close. Let me just log into my account real quick. Okay, now let's try this again. Sorry about that. Like I said, this is new. All right, so let me share my screen here. And if you can, well, that's why I can't even see the chat. Hopefully, you guys can see whoever's on here. If you can tell me, I'll switch back and forth. If you can tell me if you can see my screen here. So here is my chart setup. I have a couple of EMAs. I'll show you what I got here. I have my variable volume profile, which is this over to the left. VWAP, which is this blue line, what you see here, this light blue line or royal blue line. I don't really use the volume order blocks anymore. I use this every once in a while, but I really don't need to. I'm actually going to take it off. And my 10 in 1 EMA, which I really only use. I've been using two of them, which is this green line and this white line. Let me make sure I didn't change my settings. Yeah, okay. The green line and the white line. And that's going to kind of help me with my direction. I'm a scalper. That's the trading style that I've settled in on. Don't like being in trades for too long. These other things I really don't use as much at all, really. And so it's coming up on 9:40. Okay, cool. Appreciate that cut. Let me know if you can, and you can see my screen. Awesome. That's perfect. I just need to switch back and forth because for whatever reason on YouTube, I cannot see when I'm looking at the charts. I can't see the YouTube chats and comments. I don't know how to get that set up. Maybe somebody can help me with that. But anyway, so I'm waiting for the first 15 minutes. So I have a rule down here in the bottom right. You can see that it's currently 9:39 a.m. in New York. I am currently living in the Philippines, so it's now 9:40 p.m. So it's a 12-hour difference now. And we're going to wait another 5 minutes, skip back and forth. Cool. Check the comments every once in a while. We're going to wait another about 5 minutes to this forms what we call the 15-minute range, the first 15 minutes of the opening market. Actually, we're going to go down to 15 minutes. First 15 minutes of the opening market. And we'll box that off, okay, once that happens. and then I'll draw that out to 11:15. What that means is that I'll take this box and I'll, wherever it is, it's still ranging because it's not 9:45 yet. And then wherever it stops at, I'll bring this out. If you can look at the bottom, if you look at the bottom here, you'll see where I can draw this out to 11:15. So 11:15 is my hard stop. I'm not allowed to trade past that time frame. What I found specifically with Nas, everything that I'm doing is tailored to this time of day. This account size, which is, as you can see, is a where's it at? There we go. It's hiding. It's a brand new $50,000 account. Okay, haven't made any trades on it as of yet. No trades on it yet. And so everything is tailored to a $50,000 account, trading at 9:30 open, or after the 9:30 opening range, and using what I have here on the NASDAQ, not on anything else. The reason why I've done this, and the reason why I've kind of honed in on this, is to really take advantage of how fast the NASDAQ moves between 9:30, really 9:45 for me, because I'm not allowed to trade before then until I get better, up into 11:15. After 11:15, what I've noticed in my back testing is that it moves a little bit slower. Still can get good moves certain days, but it definitely starts to taper off and move a little bit slower. So what a lot of my winning trades look like, I'm in the trade for less than 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe. On a very long one, it might be a little bit over a minute. Most of the time, if you can find some trades ahead of time in that range where it's moving really fast, and I'll just give you an example. Let me drop down to, let's say, even if I drop down all the way down to the 15-second, okay? What we're going to do is use this measurement tool here, and let's just measure. My goal is to get 100 ticks with one contract. So one contract on NASDAQ is $5 per tick. What a tick is if you can look over here to the right, you see this line, this area right over here. You'll see where it says right now, it says $19,770.75. If that 75 cents goes up by one, to 000, that's one tick. If it goes from 00 to 25, it's very hard to do because it's very small amounts. That is two ticks. So every quarter of a dollar essentially equals $5 plus or minus, depending on if you guessed right. So let's say if we started and we guessed right here, right at 9:30 on a 15-second time chart. Within 15 seconds, it went 65 ticks. Within 30 seconds, it went 136 ticks. Okay. So what that means is within 30 seconds at $5, if you would have took that all the way from the bottom to the top times 136, $5 times 136 would have made $680 within 30 seconds. You also could have lost $680 within 30 seconds. So everything that I've done is to kind of help me with this strategy. And you can see the opening range got a little bit bigger. So I'm going to drag that up. We still have 15 minutes. So I'm going to break down real quick what my strategy kind of looks like. I keep checking back and forth. So if you see me go off the screen, off the chart, I'll come back to it. Just need to check. I don't know why I can't see what YouTube is doing. What my whole strategy is really simple. Okay. I am a directional trader. I do not like to counter trend. And I'm a momentum trader. This is something that's a personal preference. You might trade differently, but it's my personal preference. Okay. I find that I do better when I'm trading with momentum as price is moving forward or moving up or down. Okay. So what I'm looking for is to solidify in 3, 2, 1. This is my now opening range. Once I have this, I drop down to the 5-minute. Okay. The 5-minute time frame here, which means each one of these candles is going to take a full 5 minutes to form. So you can see right now, this one is still forming. These are no longer forming because it's over with, right? That 5-minute time frame is done with. So what I'm looking for is this. It's really simple. I need to have a solid close of a 5-minute candle above or below. So if this one specifically closes above my opening range, I will be looking for longs or for it to keep going up, a buy, right? I do need to be aware that this white dotted line is the close of yesterday. So I know I'm going to be running into that, and that might bounce back down. But from here to there, from the opening range, from this box right now to there is 136. I'm only looking for 100 ticks. I need to try to make $500 a day, and then I call it a day. Okay. So right now, the old me is tempting to get in, right? And let's say if I did get in right here, and I just put it right here and set it for my standard 100 ticks. This is the old me would have gotten in, and I'd be hoping that it goes up to this point. But I've learned to kind of be a little more patient and wait for this candle to close with a strong, solid close. Okay. The other thing that I'm looking for is that it also needs to close above VWAP. So my VWAP is this blue line. It needs to close above VWAP. Okay. I typically, like, this is not a good setup for me right here because this is very close to VWAP, and VWAP can sometimes, well, it's just an indicator. It doesn't cause it, but you can see where price likes to kind of hang out at, and VWAP kind of hangs out at VWAP a lot of times before making a decision to go north or south, right? So right now we're just waiting. I have to have a 5-minute close outside of this. I'll be honest with you, even if I do have a 5-minute close outside of this range, let me get rid of this. I still might hold off on taking a trade. We'll see. But if it closes outside of this range and it closes above VWAP and this green EMA, so my EMA settings here. All right. I don't have the red one on anymore, but yeah, it's just the white, the green and blue, excuse me, or the green and white. So the green is my 9 EMA, and the other one is my 35 EMA. Okay. So let me make sure, did I switch the colors on my VWAP? I thought no, VWAP is blue. So why is this still showing that it's blue? And 3. Why is this blue then? That's confusing. Okay, so this is this green has to close over my white, my 9 over my 35 EMA. That also has to be. So if any one of these are not checked off, essentially, it's basically a checklist. If this doesn't close outside my range, I can't trade. If it doesn't close above VWAP, I can't trade. If the green, my 9 AMA is not over my 35, I can't take the trade in this particular case if it's a long, okay? If all those things are met, which I don't know if it's going to make it, we still got about 1 minute and 15 seconds. On the 5-minute, then and only then can I drop down to the 1 minute. And then I'm looking for something like maybe a bull flag, where let's say something here. Oops, let me take this magnet off. Something like this, maybe. If it closed outside, it really needs to be a 3 candle. I need to get 3 candles, really. And if it closed above, then I might take it, right? But I'm aware that I definitely have on the 5-minute, right above it, I have this point right here where we got chopped up a little bit not too long ago. So a sticking point. So we just got to wait and see. We got to wait and see. Check back. Cool. Again, please don't take any trades. I am not the best trader in the world, at least for right now. I will be at one point, but right now, this is not financial advice. Don't take any of these trades. I'm still learning. And this honestly really is just more for accountability, because I have stints where I do really, really well, and then I start feeling myself and start doing stupid stuff. And then I, do stupid things. So as you can see here, this technically closed above, but it's not convincing. So I wouldn't even consider this a close. I would need to see something close with a little more volume and a little bit stronger close, right? So for me, it makes it super simple. I'm just going to chill out for the next 5 minutes and wait till I get a strong close above this area, right? So I'm going to kind of look. This looks like this could be something, a potential setup, but like I said, I'm I've gotten burnt so many times, man. We've come up here, we've chopped around, we've created this zone, we broke out of this zone. Now we have this area right here, and this area right here that we're looking at. It looks like it might break out. Who knows? We still got 8 seconds. Nope. Push back down. So you can see we're having some trouble pushing through this area right here. 2, 1 on this 1 minute. It did close above. So I'm going to move this slightly above right there. And so, you know, it didn't, but it's not pushing, as you can see, it's not pushing convincingly. It's going up and then coming back down. And this is exactly what takes a lot of people's money. The other thing that I'm looking for, because again, I'm just showing you guys this, but I'm not even really supposed to be looking at the 1 minute until I get a strong close above my opening range here. But on the 1 minute, when I drop down, it does need to be above the green line. This is like my momentum indicator. As you can see, price kind of is respecting this. As long as it's moving up, it's not closing below it. It might dip down below it, but then it pushes back up. So it's coming down to the green line and pushes back up. Once it starts to close below, I cannot trade. Okay. I found that in back testing, when I follow these rules, I do really well. When I don't, and I start trying to guess when it's going to go, I lose a lot of accounts. So we're going to try to keep this thing above board and get a quick 500 today. The good thing about NASDAQ is once it starts moving, man, once NASDAQ starts moving, it moves. It's just, when is it going to start moving? And are you going to be ready to catch it to move? Okay. I also have, let me see on here, my Trade-Evade. I don't know if you can still see my Trade-Evade account. Can you guys see this? It's a different screen where I'll be able to take my trades. Same account, as you can see, 968012, and then you got 968012. Same account. I like to chart up on here, and I actually will put the trades on, but there is a slight delay for sure. We got about 2 minutes left in this 5 minute. Oh, it's pushing. What I really kind of want it to close somewhere around here to give me some room for it to push up to here, so I can catch a buy up into this here. I really don't want to catch it up too far up here. If it gets too close to this, to yesterday's close, I probably will not take the trade because it's almost guaranteed to get up there and push back down, and it only needs to push a small amount. So really want to see it stay right around in this zone, but who knows? It is what it is. As you can see, the 1 minute now has closed above. This is now just this 1 minute candle has gone 77 ticks. So we're looking at almost $400 there, just a little less than the $400 in that 1 minute candle. Yeah, this is really close to, if it doesn't give me at least 100 ticks, I might not take it. 100 ticks of space. It's close. It's right at 99. We'll see. My gut is saying to not take it, to be honest with you. Let me look on the 15 minute. But this really long, strong push here. And the 5 minutes volume is starting to decrease here. Let me move that out the way. Let me see if I was to do something. So this 5 minute is closing, but it's closing back below. I don't like the way that looks. Yeah, and it's starting to push down below and back into it. That's the other thing. A rule I have. I cannot take a trade if it's within my opening range. I get chopped up so much in the opening range. Man, it's like the worst place for me. Like I completely blow accounts anytime it's an open range because it tends to just chop back and forth and not give me a really clear direction. On the 5 minute, we didn't quite sweep the last 5 minute candle. So this might be one of those ones where it comes down and then whips back up real quick, but I'm just not convinced. I like to see more momentum. Like I said, this is taking a long time just to go 100 ticks. When I trade really well, I tend to see it move really quickly, and I'm in and out of the trade within a couple of seconds. This might push up. Who knows, but I'm not willing to risk it. Yeah, I'm not willing to risk it. I'm trying to learn this patience game, you know. This patience game is it's a different animal. So I'm gonna take this off so I'm not even looking at it. If it does it, it does it. If it doesn't, I mean, if it makes it, it makes it. Who cares? I'm gonna hold on to a little bit of this this new account and not take that trade. That's the part of it, man. Is trading is man, it's more waiting around than anything else. More waiting around than anything else. This looks like it might start to get some weakness here and fall back. If we close below VWAP, that would kind of suck because then I have to wait for it to all come all the way down here. It's one thing. Last couple of days, man, the range is. I mean, this is what. This is 606 ticks, man. So that means it would have to come all the way back down here for a sell and close convincingly for me to do it, which it could, but it's just that's just a lot. That's just a lot, you know. So we'll see how this thing works out. We'll see how this thing works out. It did sweep liquidity here, though. Swept that 5 minute candle. Let's see. 46 seconds. Need for it to close above. So you see it went down, and I want it to close above this this point right here. We still got 25 seconds in this 1 minute candle. And it doesn't look like it wants to do it. What I'm going to do is get myself ready. Let's see. In the trade. And it's pushing back down on me, but that's fine. Because this is a brand new account, I'm going to be, once I get to, my rule is once I get to 40 ticks, I need to at least move it there and at least take some type of profit. So as soon as this jumps up, oh man, no. I got to get out of that. Hold on. All right. So I just got out of that trade. One thing about trading on here, and I'm sorry if you guys did see that or didn't see that. Look at that. It went right to my take profit. Damn. So instead of getting 500, what did I make? 260. Okay. So one thing about this, I don't know if you guys saw that, and let me see. I don't know if you're still on here. I moved my stop loss because I have a rule. I have to, once it hits 240 ticks, which is 200. Look at that, and this thing's still going. I just got to start trusting my trades more. That's unfortunate. Well, it's fortunate. I'm happy. I made $260 first trade, and I think what I'm going to do with this is I am going to call it on this one. I'm not gonna give back any profits. I should have made 500, as you can see, but as you can see, let me just show you here. Orders. Let me check that. I was in the trade. If you look at this, I did a buy. So buy is for it to go up if you guys are new to trading. Sell means I'm trying to get it to go down. But I took a buy, okay? And it got filled at my local time, 9:59:13. That's when I got triggered into the trade. And it sold at 9:59 and 57 seconds. So what is that? Basically about less than 45 seconds, right? I was in the trade. So definitely less than a minute, right? So as you can see, they moved pretty quick from the time that I was in it. And if I would have stayed in it a little bit longer, it would have went all the way to this point, which would have been my full TP. But I have a rule that once it gets 200 ticks, once I make $200, I have to move my stop loss to at least that point to lock in that money. And if it keeps going, it keeps going. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? I like to try to catch them where they completely flush and they just run 100 ticks like it did right here. Like if you look at this one right here, look at this. Let me just put the magnet on. So it's very precise. From the very bottom of this to the very top of this was 88 ticks, right? And think about this, is a 15-second candle, 15 seconds right here. You see that? So that means it took 15 seconds from 0 to 88 ticks, which is about 88 ticks is $440. Okay, which means in the next couple of seconds, if I would have caught the bottom of this, so I got in here right where this line turns from red to blue. That was my entry, right about somewhere around here, in this point right here. I was in drawdown for about 22 ticks, which was about $110, and then it got up to about here, and then I got out somewhere in this range right here. But if I would have held it, look at that, that would have been $500 right there, and I would have been done. But I'm done anyway. That's my one trade, and I'm going to I've learned to just take my wins and keep it pushing and just add these little compounding wins over time to become better and better. And yeah, so stop sharing here. Hopefully that helps somebody. Hopefully that whoever sees this in the future sees this journey, because in the future, I promise you're going to start to see stuff that's way bigger. This is one account, okay? With my funded futures, which is the prop firm I'm trading with currently, which that one was, you can have up to 3 accounts, okay? And what I want to do is be able to get 3 accounts and you trade them all at the same time, which means that $260 would have been times 3, right? So that would have been 700 and whatever that is, $780, right? So if I'd have made $500, that would have been times 3, $1,500. So, okay, cool. I appreciate that cut. Appreciate that. Yeah. So, yeah, I should have stuck with that trade. I should have stuck with my analysis, but like I said, I have trading rules in place and I'm trying to be more consistent with that. And with Apex, I also have an account with Apex that I just picked up. I'll be trading that one tomorrow. That with Apex, you can have 20 accounts. So imagine if I had 20 accounts and I just made $250, right? That'd be what, $6,000, right? With 20 accounts. And it would have been just that quick. Within less than 45 seconds, could have made $6,000. So really amazing opportunity to learn how to trade. This is now I started with Cut, actually. It was on here almost 2.5 years ago. And I had to find my own style, I had to find my own way of doing things. But this is what suits me. I don't like to be in trades for long. As you saw, I got into that trade and it was done in 45 seconds. If I would have held on another 15 seconds, I would have made $500 instead of making 260. But it's okay, you know. And I'm going to end the night on that one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a blessed one, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.